You said before that there are just 5 million people in Italy who are active in politics, who follows like information programs, current affairs. How do you feel being one of the 5 million people?
I mean, you are one of the 5 million. Everyone who's ever is going to watch what we're saying is a 5 million person. 5 million doesn't mean you are a liberal, you are on the left, you are on the right. It means you're interested and you are well informed, you know how to get information. The problem is 5 million is exactly 1/10 of Italian grown-up populations, which is 49 point something of people over 18. So it's a problem. And I think if you control the information that goes to the other 45 millions, I think you have a power that you shouldn't have. And to go back to my subject, I think is unhealthy in a democracy that the head of a government controls public television and owns private one. It's so obvious that...
You know, I lived abroad for 4 years. I always come up with this question. Why in Italy we keep talking about prostitutes and about the sexual life of our prime minister, and we are not talking about his ties with mafia?
There is a lot about that too. The point is there are trials, there are discussion, and while some of the things have been, of the other things, the dealing with girls and the let's say, extramarital affairs have been proven, admitted in a way, while the other, what you mentioned about organized crime has never been proved. That's one, finally, definitely proved. There have been a lot of rumors and worries, but that's a fact, number one. And second, don't forget how difficult it is for Italians, including me, right now, me in that big theater here at the LSE, to talk about this subject. I'm an Italian citizen, you are, and there is the danger of denial, like, or removing from your mind things that are so difficult to accept that you don't want to talk about them. We're not talking about trials, but quite a few things that we mentioned today take, the fact that he tells a joke that ends with a blasphemy. It's something that many Italians feel awkward telling. And I feel awkward now because that simply should not happen, but it did happen. So there is a kind of tendency of, we are into denial, collective denial, not completely, of course, on the left, less than on the right, or blah, 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 but the danger is there. Embarrassment, which becomes denial. So we have to be very careful about that.
What do you think in Italy it's the most important most effective mean to convey the truth? Satire or journalism?
Well, I think both. I think satire, I like, today, exactly 40 years today, October 26, 1970, Doonesbury, the cartoon, was created by Gary Trudeau, and his fantastic satirist is so powerful, and he takes no enemies in terms of, we don't have a Doonesbury in Italy, because we cannot laugh, everything becomes vitriolic in Italy, and there is an element of hate which is embarrassing. We're talking about satire. And journalism, as I explained, the real problem with Italian journalists, and many journalists consider their job, their trade, journalism, as just another way of waging a political battle. I am on the right. I am supporting Berlusconi for the government. I voted for him. I write for a newspaper who's either owned by him or likes him, and so I'm going to support him no matter what. Everything which may be embarrassing for him or the majority in government now, I will forget about it, and I will pick every single bit of news that will damage them. On the left, I have to say, you have this kind of the mirror things. There are people who hate Berlusconi so much, if the man does something right, and he did something right, against organized crime, Minister Maroni has been successful, there have been a lot of successes. Why you want to deny it? Why you want to put it at the very end of your paper? It's a fact. And other things that have been right, and if Mr. Berlusconi sneezes too, you cannot say, oh, that was a disaster sneeze, it was a crime. No, the poor man just sneezed. He's human. So that, considering journalists not as, like a third party, politics is here and we watch it, we criticize it, but we are something else. That's the crucial thing. And with that, I just want to thank you and your colleague and everybody else for filming this meeting today. And please forgive me. He looks like a real journalist. Please, can you move the camera, or you can come over here? He looks like a real journalist. Look at him.